All right, so quick video. I just want to have a quick talk with the community overall to allow you to understand where I'm coming from, what I do here on the channel, especially if you're new. And for my core community, I know you're going to understand this video, so thank you. But I just wanted to say this. I feel like I need to say this after just a bunch of comments that I've had on a previous video. So earlier last week, we posted this video here, which is titled, "I found two massive mistakes in The Chosen Season 5, talking about episode 2, deep diving into episode 2, particularly diving deep into the taxes, into the understanding of sacrifices and what is going on there, okay? A lot of the comments on this video were very volatile, and I wasn't really expecting that. I really was not expecting a lot of hate on that video, but I did get quite a lot of hate, more than a usual video. And so I want to talk about it here. I want to talk about my purpose on this channel, who I work for and who I don't work for, right? And kind of understanding what is going on with that video. And am I hating on The Chosen? What is going on here, okay? Number one, I don't hate The Chosen, right? I love The Chosen. I have spent the last 4 years of my life every single day talking about The Chosen, okay? I love The Chosen. It's been an amazing part of my journey of understanding more about Christianity. I've learned more through The Chosen and through my research and everything else than I have any other time in my life. And that includes the time that I went to Bible college, right? And so I want you to understand that I do love The Chosen. But The Chosen is not perfect, okay? There are mistakes in The Chosen. There are things that are not historically accurate in The Chosen, particularly the timeline, which I've talked about many times. In this video here, the two mistakes that I'm talking about are how they reference the coinage within that episode, and also how they reference sacrifice within that episode. The reason why I pointed out these two mistakes is because it's not like they intentionally put it in there in order to correct it later on. It's not something that Andrew misunderstood or would have misunderstood during that time, and then it was corrected later in the episode to tell us the truth, right? And so for me, I really needed to point out these things. Why? Because it is truth. The Bible is not just some random book that they're taking. It's not a comic book that is the source material for The Chosen. You understand what I'm saying? The Bible is truth. It is the word of God, right? And so as we look at that, we have to look at the historical significance that goes along with that and the context that goes along with that as well. And so when we're talking about what is happening in Israel, what is happening in Jerusalem, what is happening in the temple proper during this time, we have to have an understanding of culturally, what is the context there, right? And so when we have lines like the bigger the sin, the bigger the animal, this gives me a perfect opportunity not to bash The Chosen. That's not what I'm doing. It's not to take down the director and say, look what this guy did wrong, right? It's a perfect opportunity for me to teach through that and to talk through it, right? And so when I say I found two massive mistakes, what I'm really saying is, hey, let's do some research and let's look at the truth of what this actually looks like. This is not me attacking The Chosen or attacking the fan base of The Chosen or being mean in any way, right? I'm not being nitpicky either. I'm just literally sharing truth. And so when I say things like I did in that video, I want you to understand who I am and where I'm coming from, right? None of those comments even bother me. I just want to make sure that the people that are commenting that know exactly why I do what I do, okay? One, I don't work for The Chosen. So even if I did hate The Chosen, which I don't, I would be perfectly free to say that, and you would be perfectly free to comment as well, okay? So I'm allowed to talk about whatever I want to talk about. Secondarily, I don't think that The Chosen is perfect. There are criticisms that I have. Nearly every season, I have some sort of criticism that is from a historical or cultural or biblical point of view. And so for me, it's okay that I have those. In fact, me and Dallas have had many conversations about me having those criticisms and how he wants me to have those criticisms, because then it starts conversation. We're able to talk about the truth. We're able to kind of go down and talk about these different things. Sometimes we disagree and I'll say something that Dallas doesn't think is correct or vice versa, or he'll recognize, oh yeah, that's probably not correct. But we put it in the show because of this, this, and this, right? And I understand those things too. I understand that The Chosen puts stuff in the show that sometimes doesn't necessarily work historically or culturally, but it's a TV show, which they say all the time is an imperfect medium. Now, I don't love that excuse, but it is what they say, right? And so for me, you know, I'm just a dude, right? I'm a dude who used to be in ministry for a decade. Now I'm a full-time YouTuber. This is what I do. I study shows like The Chosen, and I break it down to a point where we can understand it and have a great conversation, right? For those that were particularly volatile in the comments of that video, if you continue to be particularly volatile in my comments, either me or Ahmad or my wife will ban you from the channel. You will never be able to comment on another video. Nobody will ever see what you post ever again, okay? Those that are just being critical and like saying, hey, I like what you do, but hey, like maybe you could have done this, this, and this, that's totally fine. Please share your comments, do all that. But if you're attacking me in the comments because of an opinion that I had or anything else, then we might just ban you, right? And you'll just be gone into the ether forever, and I will never see you ever again, okay? That's one of the things that I love about YouTube, right? A lot different than the church world. You can't just ban people from church. But anyway, I just wanted to share my heart, okay? I love The Chosen. I love you guys. And my goal here is not to prop up The Chosen and to promote it. My goal is to spread truth no matter what, right? And part of that comes through criticisms of what has happened. And so, yeah, so I just wanted to point that out. Just wanted to share my heart on that. Just a raw video really quickly so you guys understand where I'm coming from. In the future, please feel free to criticize me, okay? Feel free to criticize what I say. I don't really care. It doesn't bother me, but I do want you to understand where I'm coming from in that, okay? This is not a channel where you're going to just find a yes man for biblical media. It's not good because it's sourced from the Bible. It's good because it's good. And then we'll talk about that, right? 99% of what I say about The Chosen is positive. There is going to be a portion that I criticize. And there might be more of that in this season. In fact, I can tell you there's going to be a couple more points in this season that I criticize. But I'm doing so in order to spread truth. And that's really the only reason. So anyway, love you guys very much. Even those that have criticized, I appreciate you being on the channel. And I want you to see where this channel is going and who I am. And I think I've done that. So anyway, we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.